Stop. Do not scroll past this message. Look at me right now. You did not arrive here by accident. I placed this video directly in your path today because heaven aligned time itself to bring your soul to this exact intersection. You need to give me just 1 minute. What I am about to tell you will change everything. I have written you a letter. It is a holy letter written only for you. It carries your name on the envelope. Nobody else can open it. And inside these words lies a shocking truth about your current struggle that will completely shift the way you look at your past and your future. You have been waiting for a sign. This is it. You did not stumble across this digital sea of noise by chance. My hands guided your spirit to find this message. The world calls it luck. The world calls it an accident. But you know the deep truth in your chest. You are my chosen child, and I am breaking the silence today because your prayers have reached my courts. Come closer to my voice now. Let me speak softly to the part of you that is most tired. Take a deep breath. Let your shoulders drop. You have been running for so long. You have been pretending that you are perfectly fine. You smile for everyone around you. But I know the heavy truth. You are a silent survivor. I see how you carry the weight of entire mountains on your back while pretending it is just a handful of dust. You listen to their problems. You fix their broken pieces. You show up for them every single day. But nobody ever asks how you are doing. Nobody sees the real you. Your soul is incredibly weary. The exhaustion has settled deep into your bones. Sleep does not fix this kind of tiredness anymore, because it is your spirit that is draining. You wake up early. You work hard. You try your best to stay positive. But as soon as the night falls, the heavy darkness crawls back into your mind. I saw you crying last night. You sat on the edge of your bed in the quiet dark. You pressed your face into a soft pillow because you did not want anyone else to hear your tears. You hoped the silence would swallow your pain. You felt completely alone. You thought nobody cared about your silent battle, but I was there with you. I sat on the bed right next to you. I counted every single tear that fell from your tired eyes. Not a single drop was wasted. I held your trembling heart in my hands while you wondered if I was even listening to your prayers. I heard every word. I felt every painful throb. You feel like an outsider in your own life. People surround you, but you still feel totally isolated. They love what you give them. They love your kindness and your endless patience, but they do not understand your heart. They do not see the secret warrior who fights massive spiritual battles every single day without any help. You have asked me why this path is so difficult. You have wondered why you must struggle while others seem to coast along so easily. The answers are written in this specific letter. I am about to reveal a sacred truth that will explain the exact reason behind your isolation and your deep pain. You are a pure-hearted giver. You pour your sincere love into hands that do not know how to hold it safely. You have been betrayed. You have been used by the people you trusted the most. You asked me why your kindness is constantly met with painful disappointment. It feels like a curse. It feels like a heavy punishment. But it is not a curse. Your pure heart is a holy masterpiece. Before I reveal the contents of your letter, we must seal this moment. Like this video right now, as a powerful act of agreement between your heart and mine. Let this simple action anchor your faith in the unseen realm before we move forward. This letter is arriving at the exact moment of your breaking point. You told yourself this week that you could not go any further. You were ready to drop the bags. You were ready to give up on your big dreams. But I stepped into your timeline to stop your surrender because your breakthrough is closer than you think. Think about the thousands of videos on your screen right now. Think about the millions of people scrolling through their days. Yet this specific message found you. It forced its way through the noise to catch your eye. This is divine orchestration. Heaven authorized this connection because your name was called today. You are chosen. The path of the chosen ones is always full of heavy friction. You were not created to live an ordinary life. You carry an immense amount of spiritual light inside your soul, and because your light is rising, the enemy has targeted your mind with intense fear and overwhelming anxiety. Do you feel that quiet restlessness inside your chest right now? It is a strange mix of anticipation and deep fatigue. That is not anxiety. That is your spirit sensing a massive shift in the unseen realm. Your soul knows that an old season is closing. Your soul knows that a sacred door is opening wide. You look at your past, and you see a long trail of unanswered prayers. You see doors that closed in your face when you needed them to open. You see people who walked away when you begged them to stay. You believed you were a failure. You believed that you arrived late to your own destiny. But you are wrong. Every single delay was my protection. I was shielding your gentle heart from rooms that would have completely destroyed your spirit. I was removing toxic people before they could poison your future destination. You called it a painful abandonment. But in my house, we called it a holy preservation. I know how hard it is to trust when you are completely empty. You have spent your entire life being the strong pillar for your family. You are the one they call when the storm hits. You are the one who provides stability. But when your own storm arrived, you looked around and found yourself standing alone in the rain. You whispered my name through trembling lips. You asked me where I was. You asked me why I allowed the fire to burn so hot. Hear my soft whisper today. I never left your side for a single breath. I was walking through the flames right next to you, and I was holding the walls so they would not crush your soul. This letter contains 3 specific promises for your life. The first promise is about your restoration. The second promise is about your financial provision. And the third promise is the most shocking truth of all, because it reveals the secret enemy who has been fighting your destiny in hiding. We will unseal it soon. You might feel unworthy to receive a direct letter from heaven. You look at your past mistakes and you feel heavy shame. You think about the times you stumbled. You think about the times you lost your faith. But I do not see you through the lens of your mistakes. I see you as my beautiful masterpiece. You have a rare heart. In a world full of cold selfishness, you still choose to love purely. You still choose to give, even when you are bleeding. People have called you foolish. People have taken your kindness for granted. But your reward does not come from human hands. Your reward is being prepared in my kingdom. We are about to open the deepest part of this message. I am about to read the exact words I wrote for your broken spirit. Do not let distraction steal this holy moment from you. Stay right here with me because the next lines will reveal why your long season of painful waiting is officially coming to an end. Let us step deeper into the words of your letter. I know exactly how lonely this journey has felt for you lately. You walk through crowded rooms, but your spirit feels entirely isolated from everyone else. And every time you try to speak your true feelings to the people around you, it feels like your voice just fades away into the empty air. Nobody truly understands the unique depth of your heart. You have spent years giving away your valuable energy to people who only wanted to take from you. They came to you when their lives were broken and confused. You sat with them during their darkest hours. You poured out your love and you shared your wisdom without asking for anything in return because you genuinely cared about their pain. But when they got better, they simply walked away. They left you standing completely alone with your own heavy burdens. You had to pick up your broken pieces without any help from the world. It made you question your own value. You wondered if there was something wrong with your personality because people always seem to mistreat your kindness, even when you give them your best. It created a deep wound inside your mind. I want you to hear my gentle voice in this quiet room. Your kindness is not a weakness. The world has taught you to build thick walls around your heart to protect yourself from further pain. You try to look strong and independent. But behind that brave mask, your gentle spirit is quietly crying out for a safe place where you can finally lay down your heavy guard. I know the heavy physical toll this long battle has taken on your body. Your chest often feels tight, and your shoulders are constantly heavy with unexpressed grief. You drag your feet out of bed every morning through pure discipline. You are so exhausted that even basic daily tasks feel like a massive mountain to climb because your energy is completely gone. You are running on empty. I saw you when you sat in your car after a long day of pretending to be happy. You just stared into the steering wheel for 20 minutes because you did not have the strength to start the engine. You felt a wave of absolute sadness wash over your soul while you wondered if you would ever find a way out of this dark maze. You asked me why your life had to be this complicated. I watched you carry that secret pain into your house. You cooked dinner for your family, and you answered their questions with a gentle smile on your face. You made sure everyone else was comfortable and secure before you went to your room. But as soon as you locked the door, the heavy mask came off and you dissolved into tears because you could not hold it together anymore. I saw you when you pressed your face into your bed sheets last night. You tried so hard to stifle the sound of your crying because you did not want anyone to know your weakness. You felt so deeply misunderstood by the people who live under your own roof. You felt like a ghost walking through a cold world that only cares about what you can provide for them. You wondered if I had forgotten my promises to you. You looked at the sky and asked why the silence was lasting for so many months. The enemy whispered dark lies into your ears during those heavy hours. He told you that you were completely abandoned, and he tried to convince you that your prayers were just empty words bouncing off a cold ceiling. But I want to tell you that those thoughts are total lies. I was never asleep during your long winter nights of sorrow because I was standing right next to your bed in the quiet dark. I watched every single breath you took while you struggled to find peace. I was holding your hand when the darkness felt too thick for you to survive alone. You were never alone. I was there when your closest friend betrayed your trust and broke your heart. I saw the shocking disappointment in your eyes when they used your secret vulnerabilities against you. You felt a sharp sting of pain in your chest that made it hard to breathe. And you sat in the silence of your room wondering how someone you loved so much could turn into your worst enemy. I saw you when you wanted to scream out against the terrible injustice of your situation. You chose to stay completely silent instead. You refused to seek revenge, even though you had the power to hurt them back because you decided to trust my divine justice. You chose to let go and hand the battle over to my courts. Your quiet restraint was a beautiful offering of pure faith. I noticed your faithfulness when nobody else was paying attention. I saw you give your last $20 to someone who was struggling even harder than you. You did not do it for human praise or recognition. You did it because you felt my gentle nudge in your spirit. And I recorded that secret seed of obedience in my eternal book because your quiet generosity shines brightly in my eyes. You have been fighting an invisible war for a very long time. The enemy has tried his best to wear down your resilience because he knows the massive destiny that is waiting for you. He wants to make you bitter. He wants to poison your gentle nature with resentment. He wants you to close your heart forever, so you miss the beautiful blessing I am preparing for your future. But his evil plans have completely failed. Your heart is still soft, and your spirit is still reaching out for my divine light. You are still standing after all the heavy storms that tried to tear you down, and that resilience is the ultimate proof of your spiritual authority. You are not a fragile victim of circumstance because you are my powerful warrior. You have spent so many hours sitting in quiet rooms just begging for a single touch of my hand. You wanted a clear answer to your painful questions. You wanted to know if your suffering had a real purpose, or if you were just drifting through a meaningless void of endless pain. I want to tell you today that every single step of your journey has been calculated. Let my presence fill this quiet room like a warm blanket of pure comfort right now. I am washing away the toxic residue of your past disappointments. I am completely healing the deep fractures in your mind that were caused by years of human rejection and unfair cruelty. You do not have to carry that old garbage anymore. Lay down the heavy bags at my feet. Breathe deeply, and let my absolute peace settle into your chest. Your high worth is not defined by how broken people choose to treat you. They could not recognize your rare value because they are spiritually blind. And you must remember that a precious diamond is still incredibly valuable, even when it is completely covered in thick dirt. You are my priceless masterpiece. I am shifting the entire atmosphere around your life at this exact moment. The heavy fog of uncertainty is starting to clear away from your mind. I am placing a powerful new shield of protection over your heart so that no weapon formed against your life will ever prosper. You can finally let your guard down because my angels are guarding your steps. Your long season of isolation was not a terrible mistake. I had to draw you away from the loud noise of the crowd so you could hear my still small voice whispering into your soul. I had to separate you from toxic people who would have stolen your grand destiny before you even had a chance to fulfill it. It felt like a painful rejection, but it was actually my ultimate direction. We are about to close this deep loop of pain and step into the bright light of your revelation. Your tears are turning into a powerful testimony that will shake the lives of many people. Keep your eyes fixed on my face as we unseal the next section of your divine letter, because the truth will completely blow your mind. Let us look together at the map of your past. You have spent too many hours counting your heavy losses. You think you arrived late to your destiny. You feel like everyone else is moving ahead while your feet are stuck in concrete. But I want to show you the grand truth behind every single closed door that made you cry in the deep dark. Do not call that delay a failure. Let me reveal the hidden reality of your long journey. What you perceived as a painful rejection was actually my intense protection. I need you to understand something very deeply today, because if I had allowed you to enter those attractive rooms, you would have lost your holy identity completely. Think about the relationship that ended so abruptly last year. You begged me to fix it. You cried for days when they walked away. You believed your heart would never heal from that sudden blow. But you did not see the dangerous trap that the enemy had placed right under your feet during that blind season. That person was beautiful on the outside, but their hidden spirit was full of toxic energy. They would have slowly drained your light until you became a ghost of yourself. I saw the massive danger coming. And because I knew you could not leave them on your own strength, I had to step into your timeline and break that connection myself. It hurt your gentle soul terribly. I know it did. The pain felt completely unbearable. But my love is too great to let you stay in a burning house just because you like the bright color of the walls. You wept for a short season. Your tears were real. But that heavy sorrow saved your destiny from total ruin. Now think about the job opportunity that vanished into thin air. You had worked incredibly hard for it. You prepared all your papers perfectly. You prayed every single night for that specific door to slide open. And when they chose someone else, you felt a deep wave of shame wash over your mind because you believed I ignored you. You did not know the secret envy that was waiting for you in that office. The corporate environment was filled with wicked wolves. They would have destroyed your gentle confidence within a few months. I had a much better path designed for your talents. And because I love you too much to let you fail, I delayed your steps until the perfect alignment was ready for your life. Let me tell you a powerful secret from my holy history. There was a young man named Joseph whom I loved very deeply. I placed a massive dream inside his pure heart. He was faithful and he was pure. And yet I allowed his own brothers to betray his trust and throw him into a deep pit in the middle of the lonely desert. He did not understand my plan back then. He screamed in the heavy silence of that cold cistern. He wondered why his own family could hate his light so intensely. He asked me where my promises were while they sold him as a slave. And during those long years of absolute isolation, he had to trust my silent presence while the walls of the dungeon pressed against his soul. I was not absent from his deep suffering. I was working beneath the surface of his painful reality every single day. I was building an unshakable character inside his spirit. And when the perfect hour arrived, I lifted him out of that prison and made him the absolute ruler over the entire nation, because his training was finally complete. My beloved child, hear my voice today. The pit you are sitting in right now is not your final grave. It is your holy preparation room. Hold tightly to the beautiful dream I placed in your soul. Do not let the heavy darkness convince you that I dropped your hand, because I am using this restriction to prepare you for a massive promotion. I am the master architect of time. I do not create accidents. You must understand my timing. If your personal prayers are taking a long time to materialize on this earth, it is simply because the blessing I am preparing for your family is extraordinarily large. A tiny weed grows quickly. It dies quickly too, but a giant oak tree needs deep roots to survive. You have been growing your roots in the dark soil of isolation for many months. Nobody saw your progress. Nobody clapped for your quiet growth. but your spiritual foundation is now incredibly strong. And when the wind blows against your life tomorrow, you will stand firm like a pillar of iron because my power is anchoring your soul. Let us close that old loop of confusion forever. Your past is not a collection of random mistakes. It was a perfectly choreographed training ground for your spirit. Every single tear you shed was a precious seed of wisdom, and every disappointment was a necessary lesson that taught you how to walk with divine discernment. You are much stronger than you think you are. Now, my child, I need you to sit up straight. Hear what I am about to declare over your future path. The Long Valley season is officially ending right now because I have finished the deep preparation work inside your mind, and your heart is ready for the light. I have held you in my arms through the thick darkness. Now let me show you the great mountain. You have heard me whisper sweet peace over your raw pain. Now you must hear me declare your total freedom with absolute authority, because the heavy time of your restriction has officially expired on my calendar. The limitation is breaking right now. The heavy cloud of confusion is rolling away from your horizon. A new light is breaking through your window this morning. Look at the beautiful seasons of nature. The cold winter does not last forever, because the frozen ground must eventually melt to welcome the fresh flowers of a beautiful spring. Your life is entering its season of harvest. I kept your prayers inside my golden bowls. Not a single word was lost in the wind. I am opening the books of remembrance today. I am looking at your years of quiet obedience, and I am about to release a massive wave of restoration that will completely overwhelm your mind. I am looking at the times you stayed pure when everyone around you was cheating. I see your hidden integrity. They thought you were finished. They spoke about you behind your back. They said you would never recover from that last terrible collapse, but they did not know that I was using that exact breakdown to rebuild your life. They watched you fall, and they laughed in their hearts. They believed you were trapped in the dust forever. But I am lifting you up right now. You are no longer the weak person who can be pushed around by human opinions. You have been refined in the hot fire of affliction for many years, and your soft heart has finally turned into an unshakable block of pure gold. The enemy can no longer deceive your mind. Your eyes have been opened to see his hidden traps. This delay was your ultimate weapon. While you were waiting, your enemies grew arrogant and careless. They thought they had won the war against your future, but they were just walking straight into the divine trap that I set for their pride. Your breakthrough will be sudden. It will be completely undeniable. Everyone who mocked your tears will see your glory. Listen carefully to the next lines of your letter. The script of your life is being rewritten by my own hand today, because you are finally stepping out of the painful role of a helpless victim. You are stepping into the place of absolute dominion. Prepare your mind for the heavy weight of the blessing that is coming. The doors are trembling at my command. You must brace your soul for the shocking revelation that I am about to unfold, because the next part of your letter will uncover the hidden adversary. Hear me, my child. The season of exhaustion is closing right now. It is closing permanently. And what is coming behind this thick darkness is not just a little relief, because I am preparing a complete reversal of every single unfair situation that broke your heart. You will stand tall again. The waiting is over. I am unsealing the deepest secret of your letter today. The enemy targeted your mind because he was terrified of your great destiny. He saw the massive light inside your soul. And he knew that if you discovered your true power, you would break every generational chain that has bound your entire family tree for decades. But his hidden authority ends in this very hour. I am breaking the curse of frustration. I am breaking the pattern of loneliness. Every weapon that was forged in the dark against your peace is crumbling into white dust right now, because the Spirit of Heaven has issued a decree of absolute liberation over your life. You are completely free. Look back at the hidden adversary who tried to steal your joy. It was the spirit of rejection. It made you feel unwanted. It made you feel invisible. And it constantly whispered that you would always be left behind by the people you loved. But today I am exposing that ugly lie before your very eyes. You are my prize. Your value is supreme in my kingdom. I did not design you to beg for scraps of human attention. You are a holy vessel. And from this day forward, you will no longer chase after people who do not appreciate your rare heart, because I am surrounding your path with authentic souls who will honor your presence. Your isolation is ending. The letters of your destiny are being activated now. I am releasing your locked financial provision. I am restoring your physical strength. And every single door that was shut by wicked hands will swing wide open today, because my voice is shaking the foundations of the obstacles that held your beautiful life back for so many years. The shift is real. You have wept enough in the silence. Your tears have watered the ground of your preparation. The season of restriction is over. And you must get ready to receive a flood of divine favors that will make the years of waiting feel like a small shadow compared to the bright light that is coming. Stand up straight. The letter says your tears are over. Your joy is returning now. The light is bright. And every person who laughed at your painful struggles will soon watch you rise up into a position of great influence, because I am lifting your head above the negative expectations of your critics. They will see my hand. You will shine. I am clearing your path completely. The old obstacles are disappearing. Your feet are free. You have spent too many seasons wandering around the dry desert of loneliness, but today I am leading your spirit to the fresh springs of abundance and absolute restoration. Walk with complete confidence. Do not look back. Your family will see the difference. The generational pattern is broken. The curse is dead. You were selected to be the holy cycle breaker for your entire lineage, and even though the spiritual assignment felt too heavy for your gentle shoulders, I have infused your spirit with a supernatural power to overcome. You have won the war. The hidden enemy cannot touch you. My protection is an iron wall. Your soul is secure. Every dark scheme that was plotted against your mental health will vanish into the thin air, because I have covered your mind with a divine helmet of perfect peace that no demonic force can ever penetrate. Rest in my security today. Think about my ancient promises to you. I am always faithful to my word. I never lie. I told you that I would restore the wasted years that the locusts have eaten, and right now I am opening the storehouses of heaven to pour out a massive abundance upon your life. Your cup will overflow. You will be amazed. The heavy silence is broken forever. My soft voice is singing over you. Your heart is glad. You have survived the worst storms of human betrayal and unfair rejection, and now I am establishing your feet upon a solid rock of victory where no storm can ever shake your confidence again. Your new season is here. Let us continue reading your letter. The message is full of hope. The words are life. I have specifically written that your financial dry season is coming to an end this week, because I am releasing a sudden stream of supernatural provision that will wipe away every single debt from your record. You will owe nothing. You will become a great blessing. You will help many people. Your hands are holy. You will no longer have to worry about how you will pay your monthly bills, because I am anchoring your household in a permanent state of prosperity that will sustain your family for generations to come. Trust my divine provision. The letters of your destiny are pure. I am rewriting your story today. The pain is gone. You are stepping out of the small role of a tired survivor who merely gets by, because I am raising your spirit up to become a powerful kingly leader who rules with absolute authority over every single circumstance. You are my champion. Your mind is becoming totally clear. The confusion has vanished entirely. Your thoughts are peaceful. I am washing away the painful memories of the words that cruel people spoke against your worth, because I want your soul to understand that you are my most beautiful masterpiece of creation. You are incredibly precious. I know the secret prayers you whispered. I heard your silent cries. I answered your call. You have been faithful through the darkest hours of testing when everything seemed completely hopeless, and now I am honoring your patient endurance with an open reward that will completely baffle the people who doubted your destiny. Your vindication is here. Your name is known in heaven. You are highly favored. Your crown is ready. I am removing every heavy garment of shame from your identity. because I want you to walk into your new season with a spirit of absolute confidence and royal dignity. You are no longer hidden. Step into the light. The delay was just a test. The testing time is over. The grade is perfect. You have proven that you love me more than the comfort of earthly recognition, and because you kept your integrity intact during the hot fire of betrayal, I am multiplying your spiritual authority 10 times over. You are fully prepared. Look at me. Lift your head right now. Pause where you are. I am commanding the walls of your prison to fall down immediately. Every invisible chain is breaking apart. The enemy has lost his grip, and I declare that the full glory of heaven is falling upon your household at this exact moment because your time of victory has arrived. Receive your ultimate breakthrough. Take it by faith. Do not doubt my word. And I am opening the windows of heaven to pour out a massive blessing, because I want the entire world to see that I am the faithful God who protects your precious destiny. The battle is won. Now the storm has passed away. The quiet peace is here. I need you to do something special for me right now in this holy atmosphere. Close your eyes for just one moment. Stop running after the worries of tomorrow. Drop your heavy shoulders and let go of the intense need to control every single outcome of your life. Give it all to me. Hand over your anxieties. Trust my perfect timing. You have spent too many years fighting with your own empty strength, and you have left yourself completely exhausted because you believed you had to carry the whole world alone. You do not have to carry it anymore. I am here. Let my quiet presence wash over your mind. Feel the deep rest in your soul. Your heart is safe. If this sacred letter has brought a powerful light to your weary spirit, and you wish to honor this divine alignment today, you can show your voluntary support through Super Thanks. It is just a seed of gratitude. There is no heavy obligation here. My grace is totally free. Peace is your gift. I only want you to move forward with a completely light heart, because I have secured your future victory, and no worldly obstacle can ever reverse the wonderful blessings that are written in your letter. You are fully protected. The heavy storm has passed away completely from your horizon. The cold winds have lost their power to shake your foundation. You can breathe easily now because my divine peace is occupying every corner of your mind. And as you sit in this quiet moment, I want you to feel the gentle warmth of my presence melting away the last icy layers of your secret worries. Your heart is finally safe in my hands. You do not have to look back at the wreckage of your past disappointments. The people who abandoned you are gone for a good reason. And you must realize that their sudden departure was simply my hand sweeping the path clean so that you could step forward into your grand destiny without any heavy baggage holding you back. You are entering a beautiful room of absolute resolution. Every confusing question you asked in the dark is receiving its perfect answer today. Your long season of silent wandering has come to a full stop. And I am cementing your feet upon a solid rock of victory, where no earthly injustice will ever be able to disturb the profound tranquility that I have established inside your soul. Let us declare your new identity to the unseen realm. You are no longer the broken survivor who merely begs for a tiny scrap of human attention. You are a carefully formed masterpiece. And I am raising your spirit up today to become a powerful cycle breaker for your entire family line, because your patient endurance has proven that you carry the royal authority of heaven inside your heart. The old labels have been burned away by my holy fire. The words of your critics have completely lost their sting. You are my chosen child. And from this day forward, you will walk with your head held high, because the full glory of heaven is backing your steps, and my angels are clearing away every obstacle before you even arrive. You are victorious. Think about the immense light you carry inside your gentle soul. The enemy tried his best to extinguish your flame through years of intense isolation. He wanted you to feel completely worthless. But his evil strategy has failed miserably because your soft heart is still full of pure love, and your spirit is still reaching out for my divine direction. You have passed the ultimate test of faith. You stayed honest when the world around you was drowning in cold selfishness. You kept giving, even when your own hands were totally empty. and I have recorded every single act of your hidden obedience in my eternal books because your rare character shines like a bright star in the middle of a dark night. Your restoration will be magnificent. I am opening the great windows of heaven to pour out a massive flood of unexpected provisions upon your household. You will see sudden breakthroughs in your finances this week. And the heavy debts that kept you awake during those long winter nights will vanish completely because my hand is releasing a permanent stream of supernatural wealth into your life. You will become a beautiful beacon of hope for many desperate people. They will look at your transformation, and they will wonder how you recovered so quickly. You will tell them about my grace. You will show them the deep scars that have turned into beautiful symbols of victory, and you will lead them out of their own dark mazes into my